All right, how we doing today?
Well, how are you?
Great.
So with this being the last game of the season, but it doesn't change the outcome of the season, how does that affect your risk-reward scenario with play calling this week?
Yeah, we have another game to play this week. I'm excited to go out, play. We had a good day of practice yesterday, so really for me, nothing changes. We want to go out. It's a division game, have an opportunity to go win the game, and that's what we want to do. We want to win the game. That's why we're here. It's what we get paid to do. So let's go put ourselves in position to win the game.
What have you learned about yourself during this season? It's been a little unusual with all the quarterbacks and the firing of a head coach, a lot of stuff going on. What have you learned about yourself?
What have I learned about myself? Probably said this before, but it just confirmed it, I guess. I'm built for a storm, right? A calm doesn't suit me. We had some ups and downs this year, but I'm proud of the guys for the way they fought. The way we started the year, it was a struggle on offense. We kept plowing away, kept working. They kept believing, and they're playing for each other. They're working hard. We're not perfect. We're far from it. We have a lot of things we need to work through and work to fix this week, but the guys stick with it, and we made some strides.
Steve mentioned Preston Williams yesterday as a guy that couldn't see the field this week. What do you like about him, and how do you think he could fit into the offense?
Yeah, first of all, these practice squad guys, they come in and they work their tails off, right? Sometimes they even play both ways in practice and on special teams, and they give it up for you. Put a lot of miles on them, and Preston's one of those guys, right? And when you have a guy like that who has a nice skill set to him, you'd like to throw him out there if you can and give him an opportunity to go show what he can do, and just take a look at him in your system, because a lot of times they may be out running cards, doing the opponent look stuff. So it's just good to get a look at him in practice, and maybe in the game as far as going out and executing what we like to do on offense. And he's certainly been a big part of this team this season, even though he wasn't on the active roster.
What is his skill set?
He's like thrown to an aircraft carrier. He's a big man, right? He's got a big catch radius. He's quarterback friendly that way. So anytime you get a guy like that, he's always open. So that certainly helps. That's where I'd start with him.
And Sam's played at a pretty consistent level for the last few weeks. How is he different in January and December than the guy you met back in the spring?
In the spring, everything was new for everybody, right? And I think now he got a bunch of reps in the spring, got a bunch of reps in camp, then unfortunately had the injury. Had a chance to heal up and then sit back and kind of see how the offense looked, see how the offense ran a little bit. And I just think you're seeing, Sam go out there. He's, to me, he's playing with a lot of confidence. Had a chance to see Baker run it, had a chance to see PJ run it. Now he gets to go out and put his spin on things. It looks a little different depending on who's in there, right? Each guy has their own skill set. And I think Sam's playing with a lot of confidence right now. He trusts his teammates. They trust him, and he's having some success.
We haven't seen or talked to Matt since the preseason, but obviously you get to do that every day. What have you learned about him as a student of the game, as his football IQ and everything over the course of this rookie season that he's kind of had a red shirt, essentially?
Yeah, I mean, first things first, he's had to spend time getting healthy, right? And he's still working through that. He's in all the meetings, and we give him assignments to do to help the starter get ready each and every week, and that helps keep him engaged. And he's at practice. He practices calling it, practices the adjustments. He's at all the protection meetings. He's at everything we do, unless something medically he needs to take care of. So until you get him back on the field, you really don't know. But I'm sure this this season will eventually help him and benefit him in the long run.
Does not being able to have him out there and get a look at him, whether it be this week or even earlier in the season, does that kind of change you or the coaching staff's thoughts of how you look at the quarterback market or the draft this offseason?
It's early for that. Like I haven't put any thought into anything in the offseason just yet. It's just for him it'll be a rookie again next year is really what it's going to amount to.
Sam mentioned that he feels he made strides with his pocket presence, this year, would you agree, and where would you think he maybe made his best strides?
Yeah, one thing that we talked about after the game, and when you play a game like that, we have a pretty good front on offense, and Tampa has a pretty good front on defense, and there were some serious battles going on in there with a lot on the line. And there's a heavyweight fight up front, and they won some and we won some. So when that takes place, sometimes the quarterback gets hit, right? And I thought, throughout the course of the game, Sam's feet didn't change. He was in complete control out there. And, that just goes back to the way he trains and, the way he believes in what we're doing. And that's something that you look for on game day to see how guys respond to that. And he's a tough son of a buck, He's a tough son of a gun, and he proved it on Sunday.
I know it's early and the season's not over yet, but how do you think fans, and how do you think you'll remember this season in terms of the overall flavor of what happened?
Man, we're getting emotional and stuff in here today. I'll say this, I just think, I'm proud of the way the guys have worked the last, 10 weeks or so. We started forming an identity. We've had 3 different quarterbacks play. We've gone through a lot of things, traded some good players, lost a hell of a coach. We had a lot of things go on, right? And these guys just kept working. They hung in there. They like each other. That's a good place to start. They have respect for one another. They kept working. Trusted me during the process, which probably wasn't always easy for them. I'm a little bit of an acquired taste, but we did make some progress. And, hats off to the guys for that. And we still have one more. And we got to go out and go do it again on Sunday, but we did make some progress.
If this season were like a month longer, I mean, do you think hey, you guys are just kind of rounding into form at this point, and your postseason fate might have been different?
Yeah, I mean, if you could tell me we could take this group of guys and start training camp next week, I'd take that. We got a good group.
Anything else? Greg, you sat in the seat where Steve's been the last 12 weeks. Do you think he's an NFL head coach, be it here or elsewhere?
He is an NFL head coach. He's doing the job. He's doing it at a high level. Nothing but respect for him, and he's doing a great job. I mean, to be able to navigate these waters isn't easy, especially just right off the get-go, and I think he's done a tremendous job.
What have you learned about him? I don't think you all had much background before this year, did you?
No, met him, when we got hired kind of at the same time, yeah.
What have you learned about him?
He's a football man, There's some old school in him, but he's able to relate to the players, and he's steady and he's firm. He was the right guy at the right time.
You want for Coach?
All right, thank you.